My lord, court audio is muted, my lord.
Yes, you are able to hear Vijay Kumar?
Yes, my lord. Yes, please, my lord.
Yes. Right, list number 1. Page number 10, serial number 53 to 59.
Serial number 55, my lord.
53. Subramania. Janardhan Reddy. Your appellant. Okay, at request of appellant, release this matter next week, or you want after vacation? Released after summer vacation.
Serial number 62, your lordships.
Page 10.
Serial number 55, my lord.
Shankar Reddy. Sarita Kulkarni. At request of learned counsel appearing for respondent number 2, release this matter.
24 is
Serial number 40, my lord.
Yes,
Serial number 40, my lord.
41.
40.
Orders list.
It is in orders list page, sir.
No adjournment in orders and IE, sir.
Serial number 55, my lord.
55. Yavar 55. Rangi Gowda.
Please, my lord. After vacation, my lord. Kindly out after vacation, my lord.
Prashant, Keshav Prashant, you're
Yes,
okay.
my lord. Yes, my lord. I have no objection, my lord.
Request of appellant released after summer vacation. 55. List number 2 adjournment, sir.
Lord,
That has
62
been-
serial number, list number 1, please, my lords.
That is
your-
belonging to call 35 we are calling out, please mention.
with your lordships, kindly list number 2.
Serial number 12, my lord. Next week, my lord.
Sorry,
Serial
list number 2, page number 7. You are for request of appellant released after summer vacation.
Serial number 12, my lord.
Wait, sir. Wait, sir. We are in page.
Osmat. GS Osmat. Current counsel for the appellant to serve copy of the field memo to current counsel for respondent number 3, released after summer vacation.
Page number 4. Serial number. Page number 5. Serial number 10 to 30.
My lord, serial number 9, my lord. I'm sorry. Serial number 9.
Serial number 9, yes, Vijay Kumar.
My lord, kindly call after vacation.
Request of learned counsel for appellant released after summer vacation. Yes, Vijay
Serial number
Kumar.
12, my lord. Serial number 12, my lord.
Keshav Prasant.
Yes, my lord.
Serial number 11, second list.
After vacation, my lord.
You are for claimant. Correct. You are for lot of liability insurances. So owners liabilities on the owner has to be heard, sir. May not be present. At request of counsels appearing for the parties after summer vacation. 10 na?
Serial number 12, my lord.
Request of appellant release this matter after summer vacation.
After vacation, my lord. Serial number 12. Serial number 12, my lord.
Yes.
Second list.
I am for the second respondent.
My lord, I am representing the
Well,
appellant
Gopal.
counsel. Appellant counsel, my lord. I am
At
representing.
request of appellant counsel released after summer vacation. Well,
Please, my lord.
Serial number 14 to 18.
yes. O Mahesh.
Yes, my lord.
O Mahesh. Serial number 16. Madam wants after vacation. Second list.
Let 16, my lord.
Second list.
No objection, my lord.
All right. At request of learned counsel for the respondent number 1, released after summer vacation. 17 Yavaga. Same order after summer vacation. For
Page number 7, 19-23.
yes,
Page number 8, 24 to 29. Page 9, 30.
next week Bartara or don't know. All right.
Speaker, you are muted.
Huh?
Serial number 30.
All right. So this matters was court hall number 35. Second list, serial number 14, even admission. Admission and admission and final hearing matters all will be adjourned. Admission and final hearing. Apart from whatever adjournments they have taken, all other matters listed next week. Next week, based on the sitting, will come up. If madam is sitting on, lordship is sitting on the morning of Monday, then yes, I'm happy. Yes.
Finally,
Have a quick. Put it.
Nagama. Complete list urgent.
List 1 is adjourned.
Yes. Come to the mic. Yes.
Page number 9.
Ah.
Serial number 51. This is 3149. The dedication notice to
Pardon. Career. Yes. This is called a weekend.
ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಬ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಬಾ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಬ
Yes. 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 Dabali. KSRTC.
list 1, my lord.
Hear you. Mahesh or the mute.
Yeah, list 1, my lord.
List 1, serial number 1, fresh matters. Fresh Dabali.
Yes. So liability is on you. So challenging liability. Only quantum. Deposit. Third Learned Counsel for the appellant KSRTC Corporation. Should attest to respondents. Orders on IA 1 of 22. SLPC. Award dated 17/9/21 in MVC 37 of 18. Passed by Senior Civil Judge and MACT Chamarajanagar. That the appellant deposits 50% of the award amount. In contributory NLA illa, everything is on you. 50% of the award amount within a period of 4 weeks. 6 weeks before the MACT.
I am appearing for the appellant, my lord.
Yes, Lakshmi Narsappa.
Swami, the insurance company appeal, my lord, on quantum, my lord. ಅದು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ 32% ಬದಲಿಗೆ 50% ತಗೊಂಡು 40% ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಲೆರ್ನೆಡ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್.
What is the age?
He is aged about 27 years, my lord. He was said to be a
Correct.
poor.
27 years, 40% future prospect, correct?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ 50% ಬರುವುದು 32% ಬರುವುದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 40 ಇಂಜುರಿ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್.
Number 2. All right. What is the disability?
ಡಿಸಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರು 76% ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲೋಕೋ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ 18% ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಲರ್ನೆಡ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ 50% ತಗೋತಾರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, 32% ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ಆಗಿ.
All right. Third learned counsel for the appellant insurer. Issue notice to respondents. Orders on IA 1 of 22. There shall be stay of operation of judgment and award dated 39/2021 in MBC 69 of 19, passed by senior civil judge and additional MACT Kundapura, subject to the condition that the appellant here deposits 50% of the award amount within a period of 4 weeks for the jurisdictional MACT. 23 lakhs.
ಹೌದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, 23 lakhs 6,000 8,547 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್. ಇದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್. ಇದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೋಟರ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಇನ್ಶೂರ್ಡ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಗೆ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೆಗ್ಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ 20% ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ 80% ನನ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಶಾಂತ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಗೆ ಇವ್ನು ಹೊಡೆದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ 50,000 ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹಾನರಬಲ್ ಅಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆನ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆತ್ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್. 18,54,000.
So what is the liability fixed on you?
80% ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ.
80%.
ಹೌದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, which paragraph? Judgment. It is 80%.
ಬಂದೆ ಸರ್.
ನೀವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು?
ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್.
There is a 80% liability on you and contributory of 20%.
ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ನೆಗ್ಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ 80% ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ.
Sir, what is the liability fixed? Is there any liability fixed on the contributor negligence attributed?
ಹೌದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. 18,50,260 minus 20%. 3,71,452 is equal to my liability comes to 14,85,808 with 8% interest, my lord.
20% contribute adana helbekalla para number 19 anta.
Awesome. Sorry my lord. Adu agide.
Barkoli. Third, issue notice to respondents, orders on IA 1 of 22. There shall be stay of operation of judgment and award dated 3/9/21 in MVC 1676 of 2018. Passed by additional senior civil judge and CJM Mandya, subject to the condition that the appellant herein deposits 50% of the liability fastened on him. 50% of the liability fastened on him as per the award.
Sorry, Swami.
My lord, I appear for the appellant in this matter, my lord. The claim petition came to be dismissed, my lord, against which I have filed an appeal. Notice owner.
Notice to respondent.
Yes, much of it.
Same order for 1 and 2. 2 weeks. Same order for 1 and 2. Await trial for insurer. So liability is on you. No insurance. So what are you challenging? So entire liability is on you. Entire liability on you. Third, there are counsel for the appellant, owner of the offending vehicle. Correspondent. Santosh. For he is appearing for both. So who's the second appellant? Issue notice to respondent. Orders on. Where is your application? Where is your IA? Where is your IA, sir? Cancel that order. Relist next week at request. See, madam, just see in the order sheet whether IA is fine. You would give back his copy. You Nimatra itkondu ನೀವು IA. When did you file? Come up. Early court ಬಂದೆ ಬರ್ಲಿ. When is the execution? Release is cut on 20th. In the meanwhile, you do whatever you want. Mahesh.
Mood matter for stay, my lord. AP has been filed. Case of a death, my lord, that the deceased was riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
The insured car, my lord, came and dashed against a motorcycle from behind. Now, my lord, the award is, my lord, 20,51,816 with 9% interest. He was a retired man, my lord. The pension, my lord, is 17,780. Instead of that, my lord, the Tribunal has taken, my lord, as 29,632.
So you're on quantum.
Negligence and quantum, my lord.
You're attributing negligence to the rider.
The rider, my lord. The deceased was the rider of the motorcycle.
Third learned counsel for the appellant insurer. Issue notice to respondents.
Notice has been ordered, my lord. It is awaited. Awaited. Meanwhile, I have filed execution.
What is the shara? Await service of notice R1 to 5. Orders on a E. 1 of 19. There shall be stay of judgment and award dated 23/1/19 in MVC 1187 of 17. Passed senior civil judge and MACT Palavalli. Subject to the condition that the appellant herein deposits 50% of the award amount within a period of 4 weeks from today before the MACT.
Please.
Next time, notice to R1 to 4. Same order. Same order R1 and 2. Same order R1 to 3. Yeah. 14 are connected. No liability. So respondents number 2 dispense as no liability. 2 and 3 dispense as no liability in both the matters. Both the matters. Yes, what else? What changes here? Amount changes. Income. 11,000. 11,000 agate. Multiplier is correct. 13%, everything is correct. All right. Dispose of. This is both cases. Dispose it of. Pass over after this. Here is a memo for dismissal of appeal. What is that number? FFA 5015. Barkali. Learned counsel for the they are filed matter R2. Where is the appellant? How ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ರಿ? He has to say, we'll have it next week. We don't know what is his control. That is disposed of. Registry to secure MFA 5015 of 2020 disposed of on 27/3/2021. Deal is this matter next week. Dispose it of next week. Let him come. Let us say. Any liability on R1? Go on, bakery. Yes, something. Any liability R1? Notice to R1 dispense has no liability. Orders on IE1 allowed 187 days condoned. No interest for delayed period. Copy ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? Keshav Prasad.
Week's time may be granted to take steps to R2.
Needful done. Notice to R2. Same 2 weeks. Notice to R2. Notice to R1 and 2. For filing or filed? Where is Krishna Swami?
My lord, I appear for appellant in both the cases. My lord, I have disputed payment of order of pay and recovery as the driving license is held to be a fake driving license. Forensics case also would reiterate that pay and recovery is not permissible if there is no license or fake driving license. Hence, avoid notice on owner has to be avoided.
All right. Await service of notice to R2. Our ಹೇಳಿದ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Very. No. He's challenging that your license, your owner, they are insured. What happened to the owner? What happened to the owner? Notice to ಅವರೇ R2 ಇರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ಲಿ. Await service of notice to R2. Release this matter after summer vacation. Next. Same orders. No liability. Notice to R1 dispense has no liability. ಏನ್ ಡಿಲೇ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಐಎನ್ಎ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ is not listed. Next. Follow up. Next. Huh? 604 of 21. Registry to list MFA 604 of 21 along with this appeal. Appeal is next week. What is it? Notice ಹೋಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? Registry to issue notice, court notice to the appellant. Please start the service of notice. Sitaram Rao.
Take steps in respect of respondent number 3.
Weeks time. Grateful done notice to R3. Unclaimed ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ? Then it is served. Who's R3? Unclaimed ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅನು.
Held sufficient.
Yes. As per the postal shara, the notice is returned as within single unit comma unclaimed. Hence it is deemed as held sufficient. The service of notice to respondent number 3 is deemed as served. Registry to Hariher name Kariri. R3 called out for representation. Registry to serve the name of respondent number 3 as served in the process. Krishna Kishore.
I represent the respondents 1 and 2 in this matter. But there was on an earlier occasion, you lost directed them to deposit 50% of the amount. Lord, I am permitted to.
Sadashiva, 1 minute.
Please.
You are insurer. Any stay is not granted. You deposited. Wait, service PF ಕೊಡಬೇಕೇನೋ? 2 weeks time granted if needful done notice to R3 and 4. What is it you want to say, Sadashivaya?
But I have seen the order sheet of 1 of 2021. Malad, in this Malad, there is an order to the effect that Malad 50% of directed to deposit the odd amount. Malad, therefore, Malad, I am requesting your lordship to kindly permit to withdraw the amount which is already deposited.
File your application.
True.
File your application.
Yes.
Next. Sushri Priya Mohanty. Chandrasekhara. No representation on either side. Relist next week. You are the party before the tribunal? Idra, not ex party. So liability is on you. Quantum. Notice to respondent number 2 is dispensed as the liability is accepted by the appellant insurance company, who's questioning only the quantum in this appeal. Yes. Shiv Prabhu, just to come for admission, you know. Bill is for admission. Grateful done within 2 weeks. Notice to R1. Grateful is done. Registry to verify, issue notice to R1.
Second test.
R2 is the R1. R1 is the owner. Who are you? Who are you? Owner and driver. So liability is fixed on the insurer. So he is required. Notice, what is PF put? 2 weeks. Needful done notice to R1. Huh? Your claimant. Insurer. You are admitting liability. Pay and recover. And then he is required, Alvin. Pay and recovery is required, no? If we needful is done within 2 weeks, registry to issue notice to R1. Needful, learned counsel for the appellant to take out notice on R1. 2 weeks time granted. Vijay Kumar.
My lord, this matter is connected with MFA 3927/20. Let that matter be posted along with this, my lord.
39?
I'll take out notice to R2.
39?
3927/2020.
39. Registry to list MFA 3927/2020 along with this appeal. That is filed by whom?
By this thing, myself, my lord, on behalf of Reliance General Insurance Company.
All right. Don't execute it. Vijay Kumar.
Please, my lord.
You accept notice in the MFA crop?
Yes, my lord.
Yes, which respondent is he? Learned counsel Sri D. Vijay Kumar, who's a counsel appearing for the insurer, the first appeal, accepts notice in the MFA crop on behalf of respondent. Sola, one first respondent.
The stay has been granted, and also we have deposited 50% of the award amount. It is we have disputed the liability regarding the license, driving license.
All right. Next. Raghu, 2 weeks time. Notice to R1 and 2.
Sorry.
Shantaraj, 2 weeks time. Notice to 1 and 2. Same. 1 and 2. Same order. 2 respondent. 1 and 2, same order. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2. Abdul Sabur.
My lord, I am appealing for appellant.
2 weeks.
No, my lord, 3 common judgment are there, my lord. 4916 of 20 and 5093 of 20. It is a coming out of same common judgment.
4916 and
5093 of 2020. Both it has come out from the same common judgment.
All right, we list it.
It is pay and recovery, my lord.
All right, registry to list MFA 4916 of 2020, 5093 of 2020 along with this appeal. Relist 2 weeks. Two weeks. Notice to respondent. 2 weeks. Respondent 1 and 2. Withdrawal of amount. Filing of acknowledgement. Gangegowda.
I may be permitted to withdraw the 50% of the award amount before the corporate SRTC has deposited the 50% of the award amount before the MSTT may not.
Yes, where is Nirmala, madam?
Hold on.
What is the challenge in this appeal?
They are challenging only negligence and quantum, my lord.
So negligence they are attributing to you.
My lord, 10% against me, my lord.
They are attributing.
Please.
The tribunal
90%
is,
90% against KSRTC, my lord.
what has the tribunal done?
Tribunal, my lord, awarded 8,77,000 with interest, my lord. Against which, my lord,
Whether the tribunal has given any contributory negligence against you?
please, my lord, 10% against me, my lord.
All right. 10% tribunal and email madidara.
ಹೌದು sir.
What is the challenge here by the insurer?
They are challenging only negligence and quantum, my lord.
How much percent they are attributing on you?
Around 10-20%, my lord.
Huh?
20-20%.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ you have not read the file.
Yes, sir. I read the file.
That is Madam Nirmala.
They have deposited 4,83,000 ₹2 before the MACT, my lord.
Third learned counsel for the respondent. Claimant alla ನೀವು?
Please, my lord.
Claimant. He has filed a memo seeking withdrawal of the amount in deposit before this court, you know?
MACT, my lord.
Before tribunal. Full stop. Admittedly, 50% of the amount. ಮಾಡಿದಾರಾ?
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ sir.
Amount have they deposited?
Deposited before MACT, my lord. ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ sir.
Sir, how to know she is not here? Release this matter next week. Acceptance of check in favor of RG. No representation. Release next week. Await service of notice of war 1 to 6. Satish. Heard. Orders on IA1 allowed 39 days delay condoned. Your claimant, your R2, your owner. So liability is on you. What do you? Will order you are deposited. Let him withdraw. ನೀವು ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು? Why should he wait? Let him go and enjoy the vacation. No. You're deposited. Liability is on you. Even if you shift, it will go to him. We'll order. What is the amount? Where have you deposited? One lakh 42. How much? In right leg amputation, you have not filed appeal. You are satisfied. What was the avocation? Huh? Avocation ಏನ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ $5,67,000 total award amount. What is the disability? Sir, you don't have file, you are just standing with one piece of paper. What is this? You are in High Court, you are not standing before some panchayat. And you have been practicing for quite some time. You can't come like this with a piece of paper and plead for your client. He has lost his leg. You have not filed appeal. What is the disability? History disability? %, 95% to the lower limb. Why you have not filed an appeal? You're satisfied? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು before this court? Yeah. Not learned counsel for the appellant and learned counsel for the respondents. IA1 is filed by respondent number 2 claimant seeking for withdrawal of the amount in deposit before this court. The challenge made by the owner of the offending vehicle appellant here is with regard to quantum. In challenge, what is your challenge? In view of the deposit of 50% of the amount before this court and on perusal of the affidavit annexed to the application, I do not find any legal impediment in allowing the application. Accordingly, IA number 1 of 2022 is allowed. Registry of this court is directed to release 50% of the amount in deposit. Entire amount. You deposit 50. You deposit 50%. Entire amount in deposit in favor of the respondent number 2 claimant. Details kottidira on furnishing the necessary details with regard to account number, bank details, IFC code. Registry of this court to disperse the amount in favor of the claimant, respondent number 2 claimant upon proper verification. Go through, sir. You have to do justice to your client. If he doesn't know, as a lawyer, you have to appraise him. If you feel that there is enhancement possibility, you have to do it, help him. The beneficial legislation. Aur gottagalla. He has lost his leg, I think. Then you come up, you withdraw, it will come up after vacation. Yes, Shastri ji.
My lord, I am for appellant. My lord, may I submit, my lord? A notice is required to be issued to the impleading respondents as well as. My lord, it's a accident between a car and a lorry. Car insurer and owner not made as a party before the tribunal. My lord, the only lorry which has caused the accident is only made as a party, and claim petition has been dismissed because of the negligence aspect. According to tribunal, my lord, the car is only negligent. That is why I filed this application.
Notice to the appealing application.
As well as on main.
Notice.
My lord.
Yes.
Sorry, my lord, I didn't hear the serial number. I'm sorry.
48.
Yes. Elli Muralidhara elli.
Serial number 48.
What is this? Whose R3? Liabilities on insurance. And he is required. So this is an appeal by the insurer. So how much amount they have deposited? How much amount they have deposited? ಮುರಳೀಧರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಹಾಕೋಣ ಹೇಳಿ 515 of 22 registry to list MFA 515 of 22 along with this appeal relist. Any urgency for withdraw amount? We'll have it next week. Relist on 20th. Karigoda. She notice to respondents. Opra, Ibra, Spurti, notice. Sugunamma. Yes. IE 1 of 22. Yen madadu? Rejected. Why? Appeal is in time. Appeal is in time. Okay. Third learned counsel for the appellant. IE 1 is dismissed as the appeal is in time. Show notice to respondents. Notice order agide. Yes, madam.
My lord, the owner is on appeal, my lord. He is the appellant. There was no insurance, my. There are two vehicles that were involved. Even the petitioner was riding the other two-wheeler.
Does not press since appeal is in time. Show notice to respondents.
I will deposit 1 lakh rupees, my lord.
Respondent Obre, my lord.
Hello. Obreson, Obre.
Orders on DA 2 of 2022. There shall be stay of operation of judgment and award stated 29/10/21 in MVC 3557 of 19. Passed by the MSCT. Passed by the addition MSCT Bangalore SCCH 11. Dated 29/10 Bantama. 29/10. Subject to the condition that the appellant herein deposits 50% of the award amount before the tribunal within a period of 4 weeks.
My lord, inclusive of what has already been deposited, I have deposited 25,000, my lord.
Yes, you can deposit that statutory fee.
Yeah, that I have deposited, my lord. Apart from that, I will deposit 1 lakh, my lord. The petitioner is, the appellant is an handicap, my lord. He has little financial
You have to
difficulty.
deposit 50% of the amount apart from the statutory deposit already made by you.
Okay, my lord. 8 weeks time may be granted, my lord.
To the tribunal. 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
I request for 8 weeks, my lord. He has
Madam,
a
there
financial.
are no exception. Why you should be given an exception?
He's an handicap, my lord. Above me, he had met with an accident, and he has no leg, and he is not an earning person, and hence he has.
That's why only 50% is ordered. Huh? Why? Insurance company. You're the claimant. Registry to return the TCR wakalat and order sheet is enough. Registry to return wakalat and order sheet to the concerned tribunal for facilitating dispersal of the dispersal of the amount in deposit as ordered by this court, and secure the same forthwith after the dispersal. Decree copy also to be sent. Yes, decree, wakalat and order sheet. Exhibits alla ಏನು ಹೋಗೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Keshav Prasad.
Lord, weeks time will be granted, my lord. I will file this application.
2 weeks time. was needful to be done with respect of R3. 2 weeks time to take steps to R3.
My lord, I am for appellant in connected matter. One is by the insurance company challenging the quantum, and another is it is for enhancement 10048 of 2018 by the claimants. My lord, it's a case of injury. My lord, total award. I filed an IA for permitted to withdraw. My lord, they are disputing.
Who's R2?
My lord,
In the first material, who's R2?
R2 may be owner of the vehicle, my lord.
In maybe Andreno.
Our appeal memo.
You're on record.
Yes. Well, I will submit. I will submit. Well, R2 is one MK Jyoti, that is a owner of the vehicle. Well, the
liability is fastened on whom?
I'm a respondent. Respond to owner and insurer. Well, there is no such a dispute regarding about the liability as I understood, because my lord, the appellant was driving the vehicle and another vehicle came and dashed. My lord, there the total award is 26 lakhs 18,500. Out of that, 15 lakhs is the medical bills produced. Their contention is, my lord, their driver has valid driving license, but my driver where there is no liability on me. I have LL and our contention. That is why that contention cannot be substantiated. That is why, my lord, I am requesting, my lord, at the initial stage, they are directed to deposit 50%. I may be permitted to withdraw because 15 lakhs is the medical bills. He is under financial stringy.
Amount is?
My lord?
Total amount is to?
26 lakhs 18,500, my lord. Out of that, 15 lakhs is the medical bills.
Yes, who's the counsel for?
CR Ravi Shankar.
Shankar. Where is Ravi Shankar?
CR Ravi.
Arbodh, we will pass the order. We'll wait for him.
My lord, I will intimate him. My lord, kindly pass the order. Suppose.
No, how can we pass the order?
Our contention is appeal memo may kindly be seen. Appeal memo notice. Our contention.
Even 50% is lesser than the medical bills. 13 lakhs. Medical bills are 15 lakhs. We'll pass the order. Pass over. Yes. He will come running. In a good speed, he will come. Shastri ji, kindly wait.
Well, in this case, claimant's appeal. Insurance company Keshav Prashant tagondidru. He is on
substitute service to R2.
R1 is IA for substituted service. R2 ge insurance company Bajaj Allianz ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಾಪಿನೂ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೆ.
Sir, who's R2?
R2 is the owner of the vehicle.
So liability is on whom?
That is R2, my lord. That the owner of the vehicle. That is why I filed the application for substituted service.
What about R1?
R1 Keshav Prashant insurance company.
I have received the copy of the appeal memo and other things. I have forwarded it to company also. But I will place the Wakalat Malad in the next.
So shall we show your name? Non-taking of steps anta ide ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರಿ ಅದು?
ಅಲ್ಲ 2 ಸಲ ಆಗಿದೆ. 29/1 ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೊಡಿ 18ಕ್ಕೆ.
Counsel Shri Keshav Prasad, who is present through VC, accepts notice on behalf of respondent number 1. Registry to show his name in the cost list. Weeks time granted to take out notice to respondent number 2.
ಅಲ್ಲ respondent number 2 IA ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಹೌದು, IA for substituted service.
All right. IA number 1 of 2022 is allowed. Respondent, the appellant is hereby permitted to take out notice by way of Vijayawani publication.
Vijayawani.
In Vijayawani Bangalore edition. 23rd May.
Showing next date of hearing 7th June.
7th June hearing date.
Achha.
Yes, Madam Renuka. Please.
I was under the 50% add. That's what
Parties name? So you have deposited how much amount? 50%. So total amount is? So total amount awarded is 14 lakhs. You have deposited 7 lakhs. Your contention is that the amount taken is excessive. It should be lesser than 6,000. One nimsha eri, madam.
They may not subsequently by order dated 18/6/2020 the apex court in the case of 60-year-old minors has awarded 2 lakhs. So therefore, we not have this permission to withdraw. Permit them to withdraw 3 lakhs for the time.
50% order. 50% of the amount you deposit made by you. Ugly. What is the point of law, madam? In global compensation, there is no multiplication of and this notional income awarded. Illa. No, correct, but Kodi. File Kodi. Your application is what for withdrawal of entire amount. Entire amount. Third, learned counsel for the appellant as well as learned counsel for respondent number 1. A number 1 of 18. In 1 of 18. So old this matter is? 2017 is not disposed of still. It's filed by the respondent number 1. Claimant for withdrawal of the amount in deposit. Full stop. The challenge in this appeal is with regard to exorbitant amount of compensation awarded to a minor, death of a minor child, which is questioned herein. Full stop. In view of 50% of deposit having been made before this court, before the tribunal, I deem it appropriate to direct the tribunal to partly allow the application. Accordingly, application is partly allowed. The tribunal is directed to release a lump sum of rupees 3 lakhs in favor of the respondent number 1 claimant out of just to deposit 7.5 for 50%, 3 lakhs. Release this matter immediately after vacation. I think you should get ready and argue this matter, Madam Bhushini. Yeah, our full office karkando hogtidira. Karkondo hogbeku nim juniors gu so ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
And the second is serial number 8 into start. So that is for conference.
Sergeant alla? You want LCR? Registry to secure LCR. Yes.
I am appearing for the respondent, my lord, in that serial number, my lord.
Adama, which number? Serial number 53 urgent mic. 54 Satisha. 2:30. No, I'm not. I'm in a bench. At request of both learned counsel released on Monday. 56, madam. Madam,
I am for the appellant, my lord.
You're either Suresh Latur.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Serial number 56, is it?
Yes, yes.
Serial number 56, my lord. It is a case of death, my lord. I have challenged the quantum of compensation and also the negligence, finding of negligence, my lord.
Your insurer?
I am the appellant, my lord. Claimant's appeal.
Who's the K.N. Srinivasa? Where is Srinivasa? Where is your opponent? You ready for final arguments?
Yes, ready, my lord.
How will they ಮಾಡೋದು? No representation on behalf of respondent number 2. Release this matter. Any urgency?
Quantum of compensation, that's all, my
lord. Have you withdrawn any amount?
In this case, no, my lord. It is a claimant's appeal and the insurance company has not filed any appeal.
Next week?
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
You inform him and bring him. We'll dispose of the matter. Satish.
Okay, my lord.
Pradeep, ವಕಾಲತ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ?
ನಾನು ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್.
ಇವರು ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಇದೀನಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ರೆಡಿನೂ ಇದೀನಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ.
ಏನು ಇಬ್ರು 2 ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್?
ಹೌದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ
ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟಿ 50-50 ಕಾಪಿನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ? Already 2 weeks time? 2 weeks time granted for learned counsel for R2 to file wakalat. Yes. Ready? Yes, sir. Your claimant. You are for the insurer. Which company? KSRTC. S2? Enhancement? Death case. So the income has to get enhanced. What is the income taken by the tribunal? $19. So age is admitted 65 years. What is the multiplier? Is also correct. She was aged 50 or 65? So this consortium is correct. Funeral expense and other things are also correct. Only dependency will change. So instead of 9,000, it will become 2018. I know. All right. That's all. Anything else? This appeal is preferred by the claimant, being aggrieved by the judgment and award passed by Senior Civil Judge and MACT Madhugiri in MBC 707 of 18, dated 2nd September 2020. To stop. So appeal is premised on the ground of inadequacy of compensation. Brief facts. On 1/6/2018 at 8:40 a.m., the deceased was traveling in a KSRTC bus carrying registration number so-and-so from Reddihalli, Golarahatti to Chikkelarahatti near Chikkere, Golarahatti gate on Madhugiri Pavagada main road. Due to rash and negligent driving on the part of the driver of KSRTC bus, the deceased fell down and sustained severe injuries to her body. Yes? All right. Yes, his body. So he was immediately shifted to government hospital and later on to Madhugiri government hospital. Pursuant to which he was shifted to government hospital at Tukkuru, where he took treatment and was later shifted to Nimans Hospital, Bengaluru for better treatment. Full stop. Deceased was further shifted to Victoria Hospital, where deceased was declared as dead. Full stop. It is a claim of claimant that deceased was hale and healthy prior to the occurrence of accident and was doing agriculture and milk vending business and earning rupees 20,000 per month to maintain his family. Due to the sudden and untimely death of deceased, the family has suffered severe mental agony, shock, and have lost the sole earning member, thereby losing financial and emotional support for sustenance of the family. It is pleaded that the accident occurred due to rash and negligent driving by the driver of KSRTC bus. Hence, the claim petition came to be filed seeking compensation. On service of notice, respondent appeared before the court, filed detailed statement of objection, inter alia denying age, avocation, income, and occurrence of accident. Cause of occurrence of accident, and denying that the bus was involved in the accident. Sought for dismissal of claim petition. On the basis of pleadings, tribunal framed relevant issues for consideration. In order to substantiate the issues and establish case, claimant got examined herself as PW1, got marked, and also another witness as PW2. Yaradu? Eyewitness. PW2 as eyewitness and got marked exhibit P1 to P8 in support of the case, her case. Whereas respondent examined, whom did he examine? Nagendra Yaro. examined one witness as RW1, however, did not produce any documents in support of this case. To stop. On the basis of the material evidence, both oral and documentary, and on hearing the submissions of learned counsel, Tribunal awarded compensation in a sum of rupees 5,79,000 with interest at 6%, the date of petition. Full stop. Being agreed by the meager amount of compensation awarded, claimant is before this court seeking enhancement of compensation. Stop. The vehement contention of learned counsel for the appellant claimant that the judgment and award passed by the tribunal is erroneous, arbitrary, and contrary to the material evidence, both oral and documentary, and hence same requires to be modified and consequently enhance the compensation. Stop. Learned counsel contends that the tribunal has erred in not assessing the appropriate income for computation of compensation. Stop. The counsel further contends that on the tribunal has erred in awarding interest at lesser rate and the same requires to be enhanced. At the one point in him, on these grounds, he seeks for enhancement of compensation. Whereas learned counsel appearing on behalf of respondent KSRTC vehemently contends that the judgment and award passed by the tribunal is in accordance to the material evidence, both oral and documentary, and in view of there being no material proof of income or avocation, tribunal has rightly assessed the notional income and awarded just and reasonable compensation, which does not call for interference by this court. He further contends that the tribunal has awarded reasonable compensation under other heads, which also does not warrant interference at the hands of this court. On the basis of these submissions, he seeks to dismiss the appeal and confirm the award passed by the tribunal. Having heard the learned counsel for appellate claimant and learned counsel for respondent insurer, point that arises for consideration is whether the tribunal has committed an error in awarding meager compensation by not assessing the proper income in accordance to the notional income chart prescribed by the Legal Services Authority. Whether enhancement is called for in the present case. Stop. We're not disputing the occurrence of accident, liability, and all that. It is not in dispute that the accident occurred on 1/6/2018 between the deceased while traveling in a KSRTC bus, due to which the deceased succumbed to injuries. Full stop. Jumped out of the bus. To establish this fact, PW1 has adduced evidence got marked exhibit P1 to P8 being the police records, which are not in challenge and not disputed. Full stop. This court would not want to dwell DELVE into the occurrence of accident and the liability of rash and negligent driving by the driver of KSRTC bus for the fact that the police records pursuant to investigation and inquiry is not put in challenge, neither it is controverted in the cross-examination or any contra-material evidence placed before the tribunal or before this court. Full stop. Hence, negligence is rightly attributed towards the driver of KSRTC bus by the tribunal. Full stop. Now, coming to the aspect of age, avocation, and income, this aspect also is not seriously disputed with regard to age and the multiplier by the respondent insurer. However, the insurer disputes the income because of non-furnishing of any material proof before the tribunal or before this court. However, on careful perusal of the judgment order and the materials placed before the court, it is seen that the tribunal has assessed the income to be at 9,000 per month. considering the fact that no material proof has been placed before the court. However, I differ with the conclusion arrived by the tribunal for the reason that there is lack of proof of income. The tribunal ought to have relied upon the notional income chart prescribed by the Legal Services Authority for assessment of income. Full stop. As per the notional income chart for the accident year 2018, the income is prescribed at 12,500 per month. Accordingly, I deem it appropriate to assess the income of claimant deceased at 12,500 per month, as against 9,000 adopted by tribunal. In view of the same, the loss of dependency on the death of sole earning member, mother deceased, would be as under 12,500. Future prospect barala. So 12,500 into 12 into 7. How many dependents? 1%. So 12,500 divided by 3. 4166. So 8333. So 8,333 will be available for the sustenance and maintenance of family. Therefore, 8,333 into 12 into 7 will be 6,99,972. Huh? Right. 3-4 ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ? 7 lakhs ಆಯ್ತಾ total? 7,56,000 rupees. 7 lakh ಮಾಡಿ. 7 lakh would be the loss of towards loss of dependence, as against 5,04,000 awarded by the tribunal. Towards loss of consortium, tribunal is awarded 40,000, which does not call for interference, as there is one sole dependent on the deceased. Hence, the same is not interfered. Towards funeral expense, transport expense, and towards loss of estate, tribunal is awarded rest and reasonable compensation. The same also does not call for interference. Full stop. For the aforesaid reasons and discussions made here and above, claimant is entitled to enhancement of compensation as mentioned in the table below. Full stop. Accordingly, I pass the following order. Appeal is partly allowed. Judgment and award passed in so-and-so, in MVC so-and-so dated so-and-so is modified from 5,79,000 to so-and-so. What is the amount of interest awarded? 6%. All other terms and conditions are stipulated by the tribunal stand intact, and the same is not interfered. The insurer shall pay the enhanced compensation with interest at 6% within a period of 4 weeks from the date of receipt of copy of the order. That's all. Anything else you want? Stella. Yes, Ravi Shankar. ನೀವು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿಡ್ರಾಲ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಯಾರು ನಾಟೂರ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿ 50%. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟು? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್? So what have you deposited? You have deposited 13 lakhs as 50%. 10 lakhs release ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. He's the owner. 2 weeks time to take out steps as with regard to respondent number 2. R2, steps to R2. ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
Yes, yes, yes. I filed an application for just to release the
council possible to check bearing zones. High Court ille ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರೇನೋ? Heard learned counsel for the appellant as well as the counsel for the respondent number 1. Orders on IA1. This application is filed by the respondent, by the appellant in 9475. In appellant. Application.
Application is filed by the claimant. That is
you stated to be appellant in
sorry. Extremely, it may be a topographical. ತಪ್ಪಾಯ್ತು ನಮ್ದು ಕಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ
ಇದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ನಿಮ್ದು ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಅಪಲೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ತಪ್ಪಾಯ್ತು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೇನಿಲ್ಲ.
By respondent number 1 claimant seeking withdrawal of the amount in deposit before the tribunal. Undersigned counsel deposited check of so and so. It is so and so before the Honorable High Court. Directing the tribunal to keep in deposit, not to release. Tribunal one day. Yes, having perused the affidavit annexed to the application, it is, and also the memo filed by the learned counsel for the appellant insurer for having deposited 12,84,250 before the concerned jurisdictional tribunal. I deem it appropriate to partly allow the application filed by the claimant and direct the tribunal to release a sum of rupees 10 lakhs in favor of the respondent number 1 claimant. Full stop. Accordingly, IA number 1 of 19 is partly allowed. Tribunal is directed to release rupees 10 lakhs in favor of the claimant, respondent number 1 claimant. Wabrena? Respondent number 1 claimant. Subject to proper verification. That's all.
I think.
Next steps. ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ R1.
ತಗೊಳ್ತೇನೆ ಸಮಯ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇನೆ.
If PF paid within 2 weeks, notice to be issued to R1 in connected matter. Oh, thank you for coming, sir.
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ invitation.
Court said that you will come running with full speed and was certified by your dear friend Madam Renuka. Yes. Yes, yes.
Much obliged.
Istu ella next week ಕೆಲವು adjournment ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Other than that, Madam, if Lordship comes on the next week, Monday or Tuesday, you can.
Lordship, serial number 60, my lord.
Yes, Madam.
I missed out, my lord.
Serial number?
My lords are at serial number 60.
59.
59. Sorry, my lord.
59. Suma. Yaar, ito notice dispense by Aruna for R2. Why Aruna? What is this matter? Death case. Vakalata akila avargu. Either you have to pay, give the then you have it after vacation, because they may not have given instructions to her. Therefore, there is no representation on behalf of respondent number 2. Appellant counsel is present. Release this matter after summer vacation. Next. Sarita,
My lord, all the three appeal, my lord, arise out of common accident. I'm ready, my lord.
ಇಲ್ಲ 60 ಏನು adjournment ಆಗಿದೆ.
My lord, without my knowledge, my lord, they have been taking the.
Madam, they have mentioned and taken an
My
adjournment in
lord, this
60.
is the second time, my lord, in my absence, they are taking time, my lord. At least, my lord, it may be relisted next week, my lord.
When is it posted?
My lord, one submission, my lord. Next week, my
Yes.
lord. Without my knowledge, they have been taking time, my lord. This is the second time it is happening, my lord. Next week, any day, my lord. Any day, my lord.
All right. What is the death case?
Illa, injury case, my lord. All the three appeals arise out of common accident.
Relist this matter. When do you want it, madam?
Any day, my
21st.
lord. Next week.
21st, madam.
Obliged.
21st April.
Please, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, Thursday, my lord. I beg a pardon, my lord. Thursday.
21st Thursday.
Please, my lord. Please, my lord.
Oh, two more matters are there. Very good. Padmaja, Lokesh, Padmaja, B.S. Govindarajan. There is no representation on either side. Relist this matter after summer vacation. Sitaram Rao. It's already listed in the list. Take it. Take this matter there. I cannot order, sir. How can I order? You do what you want. At request of learned counsel for the, you're for respondent. Respondent, release this matter next week. Make an application, move the division bench. I can't pass out. Yes, pass over. 14, 13, yes. Put together, no? So this is a claim petition, the appeal by the claimant. So that is disposed of. So the only point to be considered is the assessment of income made at 6,000 rupees to be enhanced to 11,000. We of the accident having occurred in the year 2017. 17. All right. See, multiplier is 16. Disability 13%. Error same, na? All other things are. That is acceptable. All right. We'll allow. I'll pass the order. Where is your friend? Appeal is partly allowed. Enhancing the compensation from 2,69,880 to total amount is 3 to dash. Full stop. In all other terms and conditions stipulated by the tribunal shall stand intact and is not interfered. Respondent insurer shall pay the enhanced compensation amount with interest at 6% in a period of 4 weeks from the date of receipt of copy of the order. Yeah, they have satisfied the amount. Yes, this is the operative portion on both the matters. I will just make them some notes. The assessment of income to be enhanced from 6,000 to 11,000. This is not part of the order. 6,000 to 11,000. Multiplier would be 16. Disability 13%. That is other change illa. That is as per the tribunal order. All right. So correct. In the first matter 6084, food and nourishment 10,000. Loss of income laid up period kottile na. 22,000 laid up period for 2 months. In loss of amenities reduce madidira. Oh, that is enhancement, is it? Plus 15. All right. Loss of amenities plus 15,000. Loss towards pain and suffering plus 15,000. What is next? All right, court will pass an order. The second matter, 6085. The operative portion will be the same. The amounts of a change. The notes you take, the assessment of income is 11,000 as against 6,000. Multiplier will be 9. Disability 13%. Loss of income during later period 22,000 for 2 months. Pain and suffering plus 10,000. Loss of amenities plus 13,000. That's all. We will do detailed order. Reasons will follow. Hakidara. R2 and ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಫೈಲ್ ಕೆಪ್ ಬಿಲೋ LCR ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Registry to transmit the trial court records forthwith to the tribunal. Son. Yes. Aita. There's no other matter in the second list. No passover made in. Everything is adjourned.